given that we've broken some very crucial levels on the downside, staring now at 14,340 levels, where do you see the markets headed?
Hi, good afternoon to you and the viewers. See, there has been a very severe selling pressure that we have seen today, and with a very strong gap down opening post that there is absolutely no buying. Every buying is being sold into. So as of now, the overall index is remaining into sell on rise for me. The crucial levels I'm keeping a close watch on is 14,250. This is near around the previous pivot low, which was formed. So 14,250 is a short-term support, and we have to keep a close watch if there is some kind of buying that can emerge from there. As of now, we are not seeing that happening, and what remains a concern is the overall banking trend. We can clearly see carnage across the PSU banking space. The autos has been falling. IT, which was outperforming, has started falling. So there has been a fall across the board, except the pharmas, which has been outperforming, which is managing to at least save index to some extent. But the selling pressure is much more in the banking space, in the real in the interest sensitive space, and we have to keep a close watch. So for me, taking a trade on index, it's best to wait for pullback. Use pullback as a shorting opportunity if you get it back towards that 14,400, 14,450 mark, and then we can expect it to consolidate for a few days, and that's how it should go. If 14,250 breaks, then the selling pressure can continue.
Okay, fair enough. And what is it that you're advising one should do with some of these large cap stocks that are taking quite a walloping in trade? M&M Finance, the likes of Tata Motors, Adani Ports, Bajaj Finance, etc. Is it looking lucrative for a buy, or do you believe that there is some more selling pressure?
See, if you look at the NBFC space, especially Bajaj Finance and the other stocks like Indiabulls Housing Finance, LIC Housing, those have been the fall has been very intense. So I would not look for buying right now, because after such a steep fall, we will anyway see pullbacks, but that should be sold into. So, and also the auto names like Tata Motors or any other stock, which looks to be weak for me, because Tata Motors, if you look at it, there has been a rise that we saw from the lower levels of around 280 back towards that 320, 325. But again, it's getting sold into very sharply. So I'll rather use pullbacks as a selling opportunities in the NBFC space, in the auto space, because interest sensitive sectors are under pressure. So use pullback as a selling opportunity over short term. From medium to long term investment, I'll avoid for now. I want some basic formation to happen here. I want some clarity whether the lockdowns are happening and the COVID cases are coming down, because that is going to be really deciding factor how the markets are going to behave from here on.
Some top recommendations then that you would have at the current levels. What's looking good for a buy?
On the buy side, I would rather stay with defensive, because we can clearly see defensive has been outperforming, especially the pharma. Even today, the top 2-3 stocks that have been in the green has been the pharma stocks. So the recommendation is on Dr. Reddy. We can clearly see it has shown a very smart recovery from the lows of 4,300. Even today, it is bucking the trend, forming a very strong bullish candle. And if the market stabilizes, we think the pharma is going to be the one that is going to saving the day. So Dr. Reddy, one can initiate long positions, keeping a stop loss of 4708 for the target of 5248.
Thanks very much, Ashish, for sharing with us that outlook on the markets as well as where you're looking at lucrative options. Let's get a move on as well and find out what exactly the situation is on ground. Okay, we'll actually wind it down then. We're completely out of time, so we'll wind it down then right here on the show with news that we're struggling at 14,328 on the index, with the broader markets bleeding in trade. From everyone that put the show together, many thanks for watching.